Hey, this is Dave, and I'm with my brother Rich, and today we had a real interesting question about engineered flooring and whether or not water, when spilled on the seam, will leak through the seam. So we want to thank Shane for the question, and we're going to go ahead and do a little experiment and just see, because my hypothesis is the seams are super tight, so I don't think we're going to get a lot of leakage. But what we've done is put these two boards here. These are all scraps that we had in the basement, and put a ring of caulk there to kind of hold the water on the seam. I don't want to run it off somewhere else, and so it's unnatural to hold that water there, but I'm hoping that when we do that, it'll keep the water concentrated right on that seam there. We've already click-locked them together, and we've got toilet paper underneath them, because if there's one little drop, you'll show up on the toilet paper. And what we're going to do is do 1, 5, 15, and 45 minute lengths where we have the water just sitting on that seam, and we'll see if we get any leakage through, which would in turn mean you could have a chance of mold or whatever going on the backside. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put some water on each of these squares. Oh look, I didn't even need the surface tension of the water is keeping it right there. Oh, that was a little bit much. And we're doing the same amount for each one. And we'll see if there's any need for concern. Okay, so now we're just going to let it ride. And we'll come back in 1 minute, in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 45 minutes, and we'll see if we've got any leakage going through the seams of two engineered click-lock boards together. All right, so we're at 1 minute here, and we're gonna take a look. I'm just barely gonna lift this up and pull this through. Nothing on there, not a drop. And so I guess we'll look underneath there. Can you see anything underneath that?
Looks pretty dry.
All right, so not a drip, not a drop. We'll let that go, and then next one will be 5 minutes, and we'll see where that leaves us. Okay, we're back again, and we're going to look at the 5 minute board here. I'll just try to barely lift it up. The caulk doesn't look like it's holding, but let's see. Nope, nothing on that. Let's see if underneath, do we have anything?
Dry as a bone.
All right, so that's 5 minutes. So far, no leakage between the seams in 5 minutes, 1 minute or 5 minutes. So now we're waiting on this one for 15 minutes, and we'll see what happens next. 15 minutes is gone. We'll give it a look here. Just barely lift it up here first. Looks clean. Let's look underneath it.
Seems dry.
All dry still. We'll put it back down. And we'll wait 30 more minutes till we get to the 45 minute mark and see where we are there. It has been 45 minutes, and we'll go ahead and look at this real quick. Nothing on that. Let's see what it looks like underneath.
Completely dry.
All right, so I guess that's a little bit of a testament of how tightly those seams are actually engineered. And we're real happy with this test. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some water and go ahead and let these sit overnight. And just, 45 minutes means you got plenty of time to actually go ahead and get your spill cleaned up before you should have to worry about anything. But I think it's pretty easy to say that this is a test that shows you can lay this floor comfortably and not expect any leakage. It's the next day, and we just left the water on these all night past their original times, and two of them evaporated, and this one's almost evaporated. But I think it's safe to say that it's now about 18 hours later, and there's no leakage through any of these, and that's really good news for if you're putting together an engineered floor. You really don't have to worry about spills. We were talking amongst ourselves, and my brother said, well, what about the perpendicular seams? And so we did this one as well earlier today, and this has been about 3 hours worth, and we put a ton of water on this one, and there's not a drop screw there at all. Well, now I'm pouring it off it, but so I think it's safe. They've engineered these floors to go together so well that water's not going to leak through those seams. Okay, and this is a mid-grade floor. You can get cheaper and you can get more expensive, but this is very well done. I hope this helps in your DIY projects. Don't be afraid to put down an engineered floor and just click lock it together. Please subscribe and give us a comment if you would. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.